Hey there, sign of Pisces. This is Kim with your reading. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm gonna pull from some different decks. We're just gonna see. Let's just see what messages want to come out, okay? Because I don't have a plan yet for this. So let's just get into. This is my Martian deck. Had it for a while, but I just don't usually use it. I like it though. So opening up to your angels and your spirit guides, and let me announce that if you would like a private reading that is affordable, check out the description box. I have recorded readings. You put in the notes what you would like to know, and I do my best to give you your answers, and I send you a video link to your email. So also make sure you email me. And thank you to those who have already reached out with a private reading. Okay. Okay. First one. Number 19. Syrians be responsibilities, lessons, growing up. The evens, mystery, reading between the lines, and intuition. And then the air element, philosophy, discrimination, and empathy. These two are very much so with that mental clarity. And you've matured here. Somehow you have matured. We'll just kind of, there we go, Little Mermaid. So, what's the Syrians about? The Panther. So it's kind of like giving off the vibe that there's a situation where you have matured or grown to a level where it's time to take your power back in some situation. I don't know if it's giving the vibe of somebody going through maybe a rough time where they had something that we had to grow or evolve from something. And then once that was done, now there's action that needs to be taken as far as your power back in some area of your life. Yeah, responsibilities, the elk, and power, and taking your power back. But there was a definite need to go through learning and understanding of how to grow first through a lesson. And I think that was completed. Whoa, sorry. I think that was completed. And with the Panther, this is just, wow, this is a lot of, it tells us that whatever this was, this experience, it was rather dark. It was a hard thing to go through. And yeah, I just see somebody like ferociously getting their power back, reclaiming their power. What is the evens about? What is the evens about? Mystery, reading between the lines. What is that about? Oh, nothing beautiful. So whatever this this lesson was, whatever this was, this hard time, this dark time that you had to go through, nothing was wasted. Read between the lines. There's an experience that's associated with the vulture. And so when we're associating with the vulture spirit, then we know that what we went through was, nothing was wasted in this experience. Though it might have been dark, something might have had to end completely. What was salvaged in it was the lesson. It's kind of like a don't beat yourself up for an experience that you went through. Know that everything you went through, there was nothing that was wasted in it for you to go through it. You're now this like high priestess energy of the tiger. Okay. tell me about the air element, philosophy, discrimination. I think this is what happened after we went through this, honestly, is to something that opened our eyes to have better discrimination about maybe about who we're hanging out with, or whatever the whole thing was about, like discriminating better when it comes to your choices, people that you hang out with. Yeah. Okay. I have the hyena, but the way that it came out, you know, this is like I'm getting the sense of you being around a group of people who just tried to laugh every single thing off in life. And though it's good to find the humor in things, there was a seriousness to this whole lesson or situation, and so there's something not so great about the energy I'm picking up on with this. I think this is other people, but I think it was an influence too. And so there's something about discriminating of the people that you're around. Let me have one more on the discrimination of philosophy. Nightingale. Now you can tell your testimony, you can sing, you can tell your story, where you've been. Now it might be easier to look on the lighter side of things, though whatever this was a very serious situation. So it's time for you to sing. It's time for you to talk about testimony, talk about what you've been through, telling your story. Give me one more on evens, too. Give me one more on evens with the mystery. And the throat chakra. The throat chakra. Yeah, the shark. The shark. And then the unicorn. Beautiful. Because this is like your third eye vision, your intuition. It's so on point right now that you're able to see the ones that circle around us, looking at us like prey. There was something about being around people that were trying to either wait to take from you, or it's a predator, it's an attack. It's people that are just always constantly around. The message I'm getting is constantly around, ready to, waiting for someone to be vulnerable, like a exploiting energy, like an energy that would want to exploit. I don't like it. Okay, we're having better discrimination about that too, about who's trying to take advantage or take a ride. Nice. Okay, and the starfish. Nice. So you're absolutely beautiful. And that's what Spirit is saying, is you're absolutely beautiful. What you have gone through is something that's it was very difficult. It was very difficult. But look, you're coming across as like regal, majestic, the lion, different, artistic, someone who really stands out, the zebra. And there's something about your beauty that also is standing out. So whatever this was, like getting rid of this, gosh, doesn't this look like this looks like an entity or an attachment, that just the energy around it reminds me of like a shadow person. Because what does the vulture do? The vulture waits until something is, like, it will watch. If you've seen vultures on the side of the road, they will watch until something is completely dead. And, I mean, and like sitting around their meal. And then the shark is, like, quite literally waiting for the same. There were energies that were really waiting on your demise. They were waiting on you to become so vulnerable or weak, that they could come in and take off of you or take your energy or something like that. And look, I think you overcame this because of your wise discernment. You can see the lighter side, but I also see that you can see distinctly that there were two sides here. And I feel that even if you were in a dark period of your life, you were still on the light side. You know, and these energies were rather dark. The power is the Panther. Okay, so I'm looking at the Panther as power. You're the ones that in the darkness, these energies actually fear. You would be, this is almost leading to spiritual gifts and abilities, because I'm picking up on people who are able to, they can be in the dark. They can be around, or maybe it is what our, what your soul mission was to be in certain places where, yes, you're meant to stand up for yourself, but you are actually the threat to these things in the dark, because you hold the light. Look at the eyes, because you hold the light. There's a mystery about this. The starfish. So regality, mastery, a leader. A beautiful, eccentric leader. I think we should get something else. I think we should get another card, because I'm curious about what you were dealing with. Let's get a different deck. Yeah. Heaven or Hell. Here we come. Heaven or Hell deck. We're going to pull from artistic too. Art is very significant here. Art or artistic, just creative, artistic. Whew. Tell me about the energies here that this group of Pisces were dealing with. Traitors. That's what I'm saying. These things. This group right here. I have the fallen angel number, Goetia number 26. So this is this deck is comprised of the 72 higher order Kabbalistic number angels up to 72, and then the 72 fallen angel Goetia numbers. So this is Goetia number fallen angel 26 with boon, and it says traitors and conspiracy. And so there was something here where you were, or I'm your tip off that there's something for you to read between the lines, but you would already very much know with your intuition that something is off with this group. Okay, said like they're waiting, or they were waiting for some type of moment. On the other side, I have Heya 26, politics and ambition. Traitors and conspiracy, politics and ambition. I think you were dealing with that influence of traitors and conspiracy. Okay. Yeah. Also, I mean, you could have dealt with gang stalking because of being able to just have to be very smart and analytical. And maybe there's some type of conspiracy theory you were focused on, or something like that got you some attention. You know, monitoring spirits, gang stalking, things like that. That's what this feels like. Like gang stalking, not necessarily that you have to be like a, you know, conspiracy theory person, but there's something strange about these energies. wanting to be around you so much, and it's what else? Forgetting. I have the spirit of forgetting. And then it has a crocodile on it. Yes, because it's Salos, the fallen angel. He rides a crocodile, and some of his appearances, the way that he appears, it's like one of the princes of hell or something like that. And what does a crocodile do? It lies in wait. It lies in wait. Tries not to make too much of a ripple. It's practically all freaking muscle too. It has the spirit of forgetting. So in 1555 on the timer, it's like somebody did something rather serious to you, or you found out something pretty serious about their intentions, and then tried to make you forget by turning it into something light, like trying to laugh about something that was actually quite serious that happened to you. And they're saying that you need to use your throat chakra. You actually don't need to forget. Oof. They're wanting you to forget how divinely powerful you are. That's it. That's it. What are they doing? Elamia is a higher order angel, Kabbalistic number 4. And I just love the, don't you love the feathers? The way that the feathers are. Oh my gosh, the wings. How beautiful. It says divine power. They're wanting you to forget how much divine power you hold. Hello. Ooh, that's big. Let's get more information. And then I'm going to find out who are some of these people. Because I have lots of different character-like decks. So, who are some of these people? Tell me what else. What else? We're Pisces. What else? Okay. I have Fountain of Wisdom, 65. Damabia, Fountain of Wisdom. On the other side, because it is sideways, An Unhappy Voyage, 65. And Andrea Elphus, Andreelphus? I don't know. Unhappy Voyage. And there's peacock feathers. And what is this? It's like a man with a horse's head. And then peacock feathers. Can you see that? And it says Unhappy Voyage, and then the Fountain of Wisdom. So when these energies were able to, or tried at least, and could currently be trying to make you forget how divine and wonderful you are, it's for the purpose of you having an unhealthy, or maybe unhealthy, but to make you unhappy. The energy that type of vibration, it's an energy, it's a frequency, it's think about it. If you don't have a body, where are you getting your energy from? If you're an entity, where or who are you getting your energy from? And you would have to be getting it. It'd be like ordering your favorite meal. It's the thing that resonates with you the most. So if they can get you into a state where you're either in fear or you're in anger or you're sad all of the time, that's like food. That's like energy. It's food. It's food for them. And so you're being told here, definitely tap into your divine power, tap into your fountain of wisdom that you have access to. Not to mention, water in general is a really wonderful way to get your spirits back up. If you're unhappy or you feel like, gosh, I'm gonna been moody today, I haven't had a great day, take a shower. I guarantee you're gonna feel so much better, especially when you are consciously saying in the shower, I'm cleaning my aura, I'm cleaning my aura, I'm cleaning my emotional body, I'm cleaning it all. And just that really helps. So there's been some type of scandal that has gone on with these people. There's been type of we're trying to cause scandal, trying to cause something in your life to be off balance. With justice here, you have the divine power, and you have all of this you have the ability to have wise discernment about all of these energies. But they have been trying to cause scandal, and possibly have been trying to influence you towards vices. Because I have Ouroboros, number 55, and then intellectual lucidity. And it was interesting because I was looking at a movie. I didn't finish it, but it was called Clear Mind, and it was kind of about people. They didn't outright say it, but it was definitely about a group that was kind of legally very much attached to their vices. Anyway, that could be an influence. Is like, okay, if I can make you feel unhappy, or make you feel distraught, then maybe I could influence you to go towards a vice that wouldn't be good for you, and then take advantage of the energy or exploit you when you're down. You know what I mean? Who are these people, Spirit? Who are these people? Well, change. People that you are getting away from. You have the bear. You have the bear. So I have change going towards people who will be more appreciative to you. The bear is usually about people wanting to give you gifts. However, the way that it came out might be suggesting that they were taking a lot from you. It's just trying to take from you. So change, and then we have the card that this one represents to me the new version of you. So a new you and change, because you've grown through a lesson that these either energies or people were attached to. Okay, you have learned, you have grown now. You also have a powerful friend on your side. This might be a benefactor, that might be the same person. Okay. So this is the trip, this is the journey, everything that you have been through. Something was done repeatedly over and over and over. And also, I would say that these energies or these people, I think this is saying that it was an influence of you to talk not so good to yourself. Getting you to feel down about yourself, and then getting you to make it seem like there couldn't be this change, but it's here. And it really, you really might be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, just because you have the man holding a sword and he's in the reverse. So this is like people that are actually very smart, very intelligent. And I'm going back and forth on saying it because we all embody these different energies. But the way that I see it is that there's certain energies that bounce from people to people, especially if you hold a whole lot of light. Or you're someone that says, yes, I get spiritually attacked a lot, then you may notice there's a certain type of demeanor. You may notice that, like, what am I trying to say? Throughout your life, you may have had different people that have embodied the same thing that has been like trying to spiritually attack you. And so you may notice like either similar words or a similar look that comes over their face, or a similar overreaction, you know what I mean, to something really small. I think it would be an influence. And so anyway, this would be, this would actually represent somebody who's very intelligent, but doesn't necessarily use their intelligence for the right thing. So, and then I'm getting Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And they did this over and over with the whip. This was done over and over. You've been dealing with these energies like your whole life. Like your whole life. And there's something here with this trip, this Odyssey card. Yes, it's the journey, but you have outgrown its strong influence on you. You could have even really dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety and sadness due to this particular entity or entities. So I have the stars because there's something in the stars that is aligned for you now, like lessons learned. And not that they're disappearing, and especially if it's an entity, it's probably not disappearing, but it's going to be a new level, new devil, right? So you may get different ones, and this is just the experience. And so you always have to protect yourself, but you have a new experience coming, and there's something about fame, recognition, especially with this starfish and the stars card. This bear is somebody that really thinks, I know this is a total separate message, but this bear is somebody who thinks a lot about you. And then the deep thoughts card, like for real, somebody feels like Cupid has struck their head, like they can't stop thinking about you. There's something about your beauty here with this. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I could probably go on for a very long time with this one, but that's what I've got. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's get an angel number message to close out this reading. Nine, 9, and 10. So ingenious is what the 10 says, but your main one is 9. It says it's time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life. It is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. Like the panther, unleash your true power. So I am courageous, and I'm sending you love and light. Bye, Pisces.